Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your beautiful location, guys. How are you all doing? Okay, guys, let's talk about this Paul Nwaokeocha's recent marriage. Do you understand? According to him, he said he actually took a new wife because his wife, his old wife or ex-wife, hasn't been feeding him. And to the best of my knowledge, he has lived with this woman for 20 years. Yeah. So I don't understand. Please, I want you guys to answer me, or rather call Paul Nwaokeocha to come and answer us here because we need answers. Is it that for the past 20 years, the woman hasn't been feeding him, or that the woman all of a sudden stopped feeding him? Because it's like, I don't understand. I found it very difficult to comprehend because I don't understand how you will come out and be like your wife hasn't been feeding you and you still put up with this person for the past 20 years. Is it that she recently stopped feeding you? And again, you cannot come out here on the internet and be telling us that your wife hasn't been feeding you. You have to define these things. Is it that she hasn't been feeding you for the past 20 years, or that she stopped feeding you? And if she stopped feeding you, something must have caused it. I am not saying that a woman stopping to feed the husband is just like a video that I dropped today. Do you understand? It's wrong in all ramification. But what I'm trying to say is, let some people stop trying to play the victim. Why it's very obvious that they aren't the victim. Do you understand? Because we only hear it from Paul Nwaokeocha. We have not heard from the wife. But I'm judging him from what he said. I will never be in support of any woman stopping to feed the husband no matter what. Do you understand? But Paul Nwaokeocha is telling us that this woman hasn't been feeding him. Is it for the past 20 years? He hasn't been feeding him for the past 20 years, and you stayed with him on with her on up till now. Do you understand? All that she recently stopped feeding you. If that is so, please, may you please also explain what happened, since you have already brought out this discussion, or rather this issue, to us, the online in-laws. Why don't you tell us all we need to know? You can't just come and be telling us stories that makes your wife looks like a bad person. That is number one. Number two, you also said that you don't believe in for better for worse when it comes to marriage, that you believe in for better for the best. My brother, I will not tell you or try to change your belief. What you actually believe in is actually a very noble thing. But I want to let you know that as long as marriage is concerned, it has designed to be for better for worse. And I'm very sure that you actually agree to that at the altar of God, wherever you wedded that's your wife. I am sure that you agreed to for better for worse. So let's not try to deceive ourselves or deceive all these upcoming or young youth that are looking up to us out there. You can't just wake up one morning because you're having issues with your wife. You practically turn against what is very obvious, turn against what you know that from all ramifications that this thing is meant to be like this. If you don't believe in for better for worse, it simply means that you're not ready for marriage. It simply means that you're just ready for friendship or courtship, whatever definition you want to give to it. Because once it involves marriage, it's for better for worse. For better for worse, to me, I don't mean when it's no longer favorable. By favorable, I mean when boza boza. Do you understand? When life is being threatened, yes. When it involves life and death, yes, you can take a walk. When it's no longer giving you, do you understand? It's no longer giving you peace of mind or threatening your life or existence, you can take a walk, yes. But marriage being for better for worse, yes, that is what it meant to be. And that is what it has been. That is what it designed to be. It doesn't mean that you cannot take a walk when you're tired or when it no longer gives you peace. Do you understand? When it threatens your life, you cannot know. But for marriage being for better for worse, which is the same thing you signed at the altar of God or wherever you wedded. So let's stop using our misfortunes to destroy the upcoming ones out there, right? Number three is that you took a wife, a new wife, just 1 month after you divorced your wife, or after your first wife left. And that kept me wondering, does it mean that there is a factory where they are producing wives, that once your wife leaves, you go there and choose one wife? Because I cannot understand, I'm not comprehending. Because from all indication, it simply means that this lady has been in the picture. This lady has been a side chick all this while. That is the simple truth. You have been having an affair outside your home, because you can't tell me that you met this person under 1 month and you marry her immediately. How then did you know that she's not worse than that's your wife that you just divorced for her? Because you can't tell me, no, there is no justification to this. Because if you are the victim in this whole story, the way you're making it sound like your wife is the bad person, because sometimes I love judging people from what they said with their own mouth. If you are truly the victim, by now, my brother, you will not just move on. You won't just move on under 1 month. By now, you will still be sobbing. You will even find it very difficult to even pick a wife, because by so doing, you might be making the same mistake. Thereby, you want to be very careful. You want to be very, very careful in picking another wife, but your own, under 1 month, you have already married another woman, and you're coming here to play the role of a victim. My brother, you're not a victim, or you're not the victim in this story. I'm judging you from what you say. Because if this lady hasn't been a side chick to you, that is not how you will just marry her under 1 month. You said you just 1 month, your wife left and you're already married. So let's think about it, my people. He came here and he narrated this thing, and since then, I said, no, let me take my time to digest all he has said. And after digesting it, I found out that he has cockroach in his cupboard. Yes, he has cockroach in his cupboard, and until we hear from his wife, there is no justification to whatsoever he has said or has done. Do you understand? Check it yourself. Under 1 month, a man that is playing victim, a man that has said that a woman has done, my wife this, my wife that, he didn't feed me, he did it, and under 1 month that she left your house, you already married. It simply means that you are the one actually maltreating, that whatever you're telling us, that it's a lie. That is my own. I'm not saying, I said that is what I feel. That is what I feel. Because if you're truly the victim, by now, you're not supposed, even in the next 6 months, 1 year, you're not supposed to be married. Any woman again that will come into your life, you're supposed to take your time to study these people to avoid making the same mistake you made in your previous marriage. I don't know what is your take on this one, but this is my perspective. I'm around when you feel hotter. When you feel hotter, drop it in the comment section. And don't forget to share this video for me. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Cheers, guys.